This is the Kitchen Sink WP Podcast, episode 592.
I program my home computer.
We have a server crash, 404 error, page not found, links aren't working, system is crashing, system is crashing, system is crashing.
Your old HTML website, barely alive. We have the technology. We have WordPress. A new website, better than it was before. Better, stronger, faster. Why, hello everybody, this is Adam Silvey, host of the Kitchen Sink WP Podcast. Thanks for being here. Let's get started. All right, upcoming events. Sadly, no WordCamps next weekend. It's a bummer, but you can always watch videos from WordCamps in the past over on WordCamp.tv. Check those out there. Lots of good talks there. All right, moving on to segment one in the news. Only one thing to talk about this week, and that is the security updates are being dropped from WordPress versions 4.1 through 4.6 as of July 2025. So as of next month, the security team will no longer provide security updates for those versions, 4.1 through 4.6. The reason is that they were first released 9 or more years ago, and 99% of all installations run a more recent version. So the chances that this will affect your site is very small. If you're running a really old site like that, an old version 4.1, you need to update that in some capacity. Do it staging, do it somewhere, but you're going to want to update that. That's for sure. It's a very old version. All right. Like I said, that is it in the news. Moving on to segment 2, the meat potatoes of this week's episode. It's been 8 weeks, so it's time for some listener Q&A. I should add a bumper. I need like a Q&A. Maybe I'll do that next time. In 8 weeks, I may have a bumper for this when I do this episode. Anyway, all right, moving on. So I have about 5 or 6 questions here. Let's see. First question is, who sent this one in? I don't know who sent this one in. I don't have a name unless I do. Oh, you know what? I think it's Matt. Not that Matt, just Matt. I'm not sure who that Matt is. Anyway, the question is, what is Open Graph and how does it connect to my WordPress site? Okay, well, I did a little research just to give you an actual definition of this and then tell you how it kind of works. Open Graph is a protocol originally created by Facebook that allows your website to control how content appears when it's shared on social media, like Facebook, X, Twitter, LinkedIn, even the messaging apps like Slack. So basically, Open Graph tags live in the HTML head of your site and tells the platforms what title to display, what image to show, what description to use, and what URL is the official source. So how it works with your WordPress site is you want to use a plugin kind of like Yoast, all-in-one, SEO, Rank Math, because then you can customize what shows up on each page if you were to share that URL. Because if sometimes you post a blog and you get a weird image or the wrong text preview image, that's why. It's pulling the wrong thing. So with Yoast, all-in-one SEO, Rank Math gives you the option to customize what will show in that image. That's what the Open Graph part does. So that's the answer for you. That's how you connect it. Use a plugin. That way you have more control. I've used Yoast a lot, so for this exact reason for past clients, so I would recommend that one. I don't have experience with Rank Math or all-in-one SEO, so I can't really tell you how that's going to work out for you. All right, second question here. This is by Jessica. Do I still need to install a page builder like Elementor or Beaver Builder, or is the block editor enough now? Well, great question. Tough answer. It depends, of course. For many users, the WordPress block editor, aka Gutenberg, is now technically more than enough. It depends where you're coming from. But the newer block themes, full site editing, it has come a long way. It offers a lot of layout control. That said, tools like Beaver Builder and Elementor and Divi, I suppose, still offer some extra design flexibility, some pre-built templates that a lot of people still really like. And if you like the drag and drop aspect, without much CSS, the page builder still might be the way to go. It might be worth spending some time there. But if you're just looking to get up and running quickly, save some money as well, a block editor could be the option that you're looking for. Kind of keeps things lightweight as well. So keep that in mind. Okay. Next question is by Micah. Do I really need to worry about website speed and performance if I'm just starting out? Great question. Yes, you do, but don't panic. A fast site, and I've talked about this in the past, a fast site keeps visitors happy, helps a lot with search rankings, even when you're getting started. Things like caching, image compression, good hosting, a key one there, will make a big difference. And it doesn't have to be all that complicated. You can start with beginner-friendly plugins, WP Super Cache, Smush, I use Smush I use Tiny PNG. Also, I do use Smush. I have used that in the past. So start with the basics, go from there. And as you get larger, you're going to want to make sure certain things are in place. A CDN would be very helpful as well. But yes, you want to worry about speed and performance starting out, but you don't have to freak out about it. It's a great question. And also solid hosting will really help. Really good hosting is going to help. You get what you pay for. Okay. Next question is sent in by, who sent this one in? I think this is Lisa. Yeah, this is by Lisa. Lisa asks, what plugins are actually safe and essential for a basic site? So I would say start by sticking with a reputable source like the plugin repo, because a lot of companies go there and put stuff there, and it's been tested and it's gone through the security audits. And companies like Yoast, WP Forms, WooCommerce are all going to be there as well for basic sites. You're also going to want to use a good security plugin. You're going to want something for forms and performance. I use Gravity Forms. A lot of you people use Formidable. What's the other one out there? I can't think of the name of the other form all of a sudden. Fluent Forms is a very popular one as well now. So there's a lot of plugins that are safe. Just make sure you're going to go into the plugin repository. And the reason I say that is because you want to be cautious of what's known as plugin clubs, sites that offer a ton of paid plugins for really cheap or free, and they claim it's okay because it's open source. And sure, yes, it's open source to use and to modify, but you're kind of stealing from a developer. So you also risk the outdated or compromised codes because those clubs don't do code review. They might pay for it, they might get it, they put it up, they get your money, et cetera, et cetera. But when in doubt, I always say read the reviews, check how often the frequent updates have been made. Like I look to see when was this update the last, or will it work with my core version of WordPress? You definitely want to check that out. So make sure it's been updated frequently. I would say in the last 30 to 90 days tops. Past that, be careful. And safe plugins equal a safer, faster, and more future-proof website. It's true, it really is. So, yeah, reputable source, the repo, or directly from a company. If it's a premium plugin, they're going to have their own link, so get it from them directly. Stay away from the clubs, if you will. All right, moving into the last question here. I'm not sure who sent this in. We'll go with anonymous. I don't have a name on this one. So, should I use a block theme or a classic theme, and how can I even tell the difference? Well, of course, the standard answer, it depends. If you're just starting out and you want to use the block editor, it has potential. Go with a block theme, because it'll support full site editing, which means you can design headers, footers, and templates without touching the code. Classic themes still work great, offer you some decent stability with third-party page builders. We just mentioned that earlier. You can usually tell the difference. This is the key here. The key part of the question, I think, is if you check the theme support, if I guess the way to say it is, go to the full site editing area, you'll see templates under the option under appearance. If it's there, that's how you know it supports it. Does that make sense? I think that makes sense. It's kind of confusing. Either work. Yes, obviously block themes work, classic themes work. You can mix and match a little bit. I've seen that happen. It's weird. I'm still getting my head wrapped around parts of that, especially with the full site editing. I'm looking into doing a test with the plugin I mentioned a few weeks back, Theme Switcher Pro, to update the podcast website, because currently it's running Beaver Builder. I'm looking at some other options. I want to get my head really wrapped around the rest of this year, moving forward in full site editing, in a block theme, but not have to redo every page all at once, etc. So I'll let you know how that goes. I might actually do a little recap on that. I probably will. Yeah. So new design, just to clean it up. It's been a while. It's time. So yeah, I hope that helps the question. I don't know who sent this one in. I wish I knew more information what you're really looking for, but how can you tell the difference? I think that's key. You can go to the templates option under appearance, and it'll tell you if it supports full site editing. That's the answer you're looking for. All right. That's it for this week on those. All right, moving on. Segment 3, tip and tool of the week. This week's tip, it's a plugin. It's a tool. It's a plugin called WP Search with Algolia. I found out about this through a friend. For those who haven't heard of this, and I had not either, Algolia is a super fast, smart search engine. This is their terms. It connects your WordPress site to making searching better, because search built in to WordPress has never been great. We use other tools for that, but this is a pretty cool service. There's a free level and a paid level. This plugin connects the two. So if you want that, the WP search with Algolia, I think I'm pronouncing that right. It's pretty easy to connect it. If you have a really content-heavy site, a blog, a store, a documentation hub, it's the way it's something to definitely check out. So I'll put a link in the show notes. WP search with Algolia. It's a plugin, pretty cool, and it's free. So, all right, that's it for this week. Let me wrap it up. If you have any questions, go ahead, send it in via email, adam@KitchensinkWP.com, or use the SpeakPipe function on the website. If you want to support the show, become a Patreon or buy me a coffee. You can do that on the website. If you want to sponsor the show, there's a form. You need to fill that out. I'll get right back to you, and we'll go forward with that. That'd be awesome. Thanks for listening. See you next week. Now go out and do some awesome things with WordPress. All right? Bye-bye.